eventually Morphling is going to roll out of control, just start one-shotting. That's a problem. Yeah, you'll see the puck mid offlane Veno, by the way.
Okay. Carmel certainly likes his puck more than others, it feels like, so maybe not a surprise there in the end. Going to be matched up against that Invoker. Yeah, I go back to this is Ehome's lineup overall feels solid. The one issue is that Chaos Knight, though, and how much freedom is he going to have this game would be my concern. Even with a BKB, it's not necessarily freedom as far as moving around and being able to make plays here. So
yeah, especially because you will be playing versus that Venomancer early on, right? And
yeah, you know. Well, I gotta think this has to be a Quas Wex Invoker this time, right? Like, Spirit Vessel's really good, and in general, they could use more control.
It could be a really good Quas Wex Invoker game, yeah. But it's player preference in the end, right? They do need Quas Wex to create space, to just roll with Beastmaster while the Chaos Knight comes online, but perhaps that's not their plan. Perhaps Chaos Knight just gets 2 bracers and starts fighting. Let's see what they go for. He didn't skill anything just yet.
Prepare for
but I agree with you. I think it will be Quas Wexel.
He's keeping us guessing for now. I mean, the fact he didn't level up Expert for Sunstrike is
pretty giving. Yeah, already telling.
You might wish to retract your last move.
Good luck, have fun's coming out initially. Nice little tips as well. Open people up with Dota Plus. Early ward from Kato, which was spotted, or at least somebody's pinging out the mid lane. As if something's going on here. Look at this Kato, by the way. The tree! One more. Got it.
Got the tree, got some experience, but I think what Ehome is doing that I really like is that they're sending Chaos Knight on the offlane and Beastmaster on the safe lane. I think Chaos Knight versus Furion plus Venomancer would get crushed, and sending him on the offlane versus the Morphling might not sound like the best idea, but when you're covered by the Skyrat, alright?
Blood, it shall be duly noted.
Alright.
Yeah, he was up here, he put the sentry down as if he was trying to counter ward himself. But he got caught by the fissure on the wrong side. And that was a whoopsie moment, so gives up first blood.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, Kotls are very fast, but at the same time, if you catch him, he just dies so quickly. Has what, 500 HP, that's super easy. And Armel is feeling himself pretty well, right?
Oh yeah, it's first blood, and that bottle eventually gonna come that much quicker. He's already able to finish the little talisman. So yeah, it's not only that, but again, you're dealing with a Quas Wex Invoker. This Invoker's like, kidding me. This is really not gonna be maybe the most fun lineup or matchup here, so.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of damage on that Invoker, and now he has to play versus a puck that has an advantage. It's not an easy lane at all.
Still bottom lane, this time from the beginning, though. It's a try versus try lane as Gabby's protected on the Morphling. Able to get his farm. You got Chaos Knight on the other side, though, so it does set up the 1 versus 1 top. Veno versus Beastmaster. Interesting matchup there we have.
Yeah, on the top lane, Venomancer might have a slight advantage. On the bottom lane, though, it's where the fun happens, right? Like, it can go anyway. And Mox right now is taking a lot of hitting, but yeah, he goes back and solves up his fun.
That's Ring of Basilisk is on Tim's currently, playing the Nature's Prophet, so that's something else that the Radiant team is able to benefit from, the early aura. Got here, and you see Chaos Knight and some right clicks. Somebody's gonna die here soon, it feels like. Everyone's softening up. Level 2 is gonna hit soon.
Deny.
Yeah, it's all about the region and how you force the enemy team to waste it in this first couple of waves. It's basically the battle of nutrition. And after that, once someone is low enough because they didn't have enough tangos or salve, you pounce in, you go in for the kill. I think one advantage the TNC have got here is the fact that they have Pims with this Fury, so he is basically a free courier at any given point. He can go back, get some region, get the items, and bring them back to the lane.
Pretty nice to have. Looking at this mid lane matchup, Armel right now 12-5. Invoker's 8-0, so 9-7, getting some CS in there, but you see again, Puck is able to use that phase shift even to dodge some of these attacks, and he is really keeping that pressure up, and he has a bottle already coming out, so that pressure going to continue. There's what you're just talking about. Nature's Prophet actually teleporting back to base, comes back in, hands off some items to Morphling, so essentially playing a courier for the Morphling.
It's such a huge thing for him to be able to do that, because it pretty much creates this stable lane that you don't have to win, but you won't lose it, because you will always have nutrition, you'll always have resources to heal yourself. But
Radiant fortified their structures. Pretty good move here.
and that's all they need pretty much.
He is really deep here. Takes a tornado. Pop the illusion, so he's not necessarily going for a kill. He's just really bodying 897 right now. As apparently Tim's goes down at the bottom lane, but Armel might be going for that kill. That's not going to be enough damage to make it happen, so clearly keeping 897 at bay. Back to the bottom lane, now Skywrath being chased away. Yeah, they were able to get the one kill down here on Nature's Prophet.
Mid lane, oh, he dove the tier 2 and he might fall for that. That's not very far.
Oh god, the cold snap initially, the bottom charge is a miss uphill also. And he stays alive.
Yeah, maybe 897 would have chased, but he saw the Furion spamming the pulse on top of him, so he decided not to go for that. And Armel is waiting for the bottle to be refilled, but he misses the wrong. He misses the rune, and Tips is the one that picks it up.
Yeah, at least Tim's was there to pick it up. He teleported in, grabs it, happens to be in Biz, and now heading bottom lane. VT faded by the way. Able to pop a salve, so he will be good. In fact, March is going to get turned on because of this. Even checking to see where he was at. Ends up going down. Faded though, manning up against a Morphling. Blinding Light pushback. And once again, CK will be fine, so living life on the edge of sorts.
Did he get it? One more hit?
Yes.
Middle tower looks to be disintegrating.
Good job, Armel.
Yeah, they were playing on the edge. And he kills himself too on the tower to refill the bottle, to respawn with full AP, and then he can fight the game. Yeah, very well played by him. Considering he had an advantage of that mid lane, like it's definitely not an easy lane for the Invoker to play in.
5-minute bounty runes coming out, and we'll have the split happen. 2 for 2. Yeah, this Puck now certainly starting to pull a bit of an advantage, as Shrine going to be used by Ehome as 3 heroes. In fact, CK's porting top lane, so it looks like Ehome's giving up on the idea of the trial lane bottom. Enough is enough. Let's send the CK top, get him some safe farm, or also try to go for the kill initially.
I really like the fact that Disaster is sticking around, because he might try to go for the Venom.
There you go.
It's such a good thing to do. Like, if you want to switch up your lanes, stay with the core, hide with the core that's rotating, and try to gank. And then you have 2 cores ganking, and it can be very powerful early on in the game. And this skill brings them both to the levels that they need. 8-7 mid lane.
They're going in. Does he have Dream Coil yet? No, actually. Okay, he does use it. Excuse me. Yeah, he used it right there, as the Blinding Light though from Kato will help keep Invoker alive.
Just in the nick of time, he uses Blinding Light, and at the same time, the Revealing Rift goes away. I think perhaps Armel didn't have to use that early on, because Invoker was fissure blocked, so he could have saved it for a bit later, but then again, they will take down the tier 1, so the major objective has been taken by them, and that's what's important.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's like, sure, he stays alive, but tower goes down. It's only 6.5 minutes into the game right now. TNC is just fine with that, and Puck gonna have Earthshaker even nearby. Roman there, but Armel's feeling very good about where he's at right now. You got Venomancer at the top lane, also doing some pretty good farms. Yeah, all 3 cores of the Radiant side actually managing pretty well, including Gabby on Morphling, who's got that casual Morbid Mask early on. But we see the Manta style.
Let's check KP's item build. He's going Boots of Travel first. First item, Boots of Travel. Feels good, man.
Why not? Get away with it.
Yeah, that's what they're for. Get away with. I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yes.
A bottom lane puck, silence, George.
Retract your last move.
Yeah, he underestimated there as far as the Ancient Seal coming out and the Beastmaster Primaror on top.
Yeah, Ancient Seal is definitely a really good skill in this game. A really good skill. Versus the Morphling and the puck. It can come in handy. Top lane Venno though. They get him?
He's got those bots coming. Pops out. Block with the ward, or at least try to. Somebody else is here. That would be the Skyraz, and those definitely are going to collapse on top end. Look at that big hit with the Chaos Strike.
Yeah, ZQ has had a pretty decent game so far. 2-0-2, 2 assists, 2 kills to his name. Not that low, 5-minute 8. And he's, I believe, going for that 8 toss, which, like, 8 toss already tells you that he doesn't need any setup for that Mystic player. With the 8 toss, with Ancient Seal, he can kill off Puck and the Morphling if he manages to silence them before the phase shift or before the morph. And I believe it's a pretty good Skyrat game. We should look out for ZinQ. If he has a good game, he can definitely make the difference as a position 4.
Invoker heading towards bottom. Planning to meet up with the team to make a play down here. Looks like they want to go for something. KP is the one down here right now. You see Venomancer has those bots finished. Is just trying to protect this tier 1 tower. Profit coming in. There is a 9-7 Tornado EMP. Gold snaps, but not going to matter as far as Tim's getting away at least.
Yeah, they were thinking about it. They were thinking about diving, but with the shaker there's no way. He just prevents them with the fissure. And this is also a problem for Ehome. If you want to be aggressive, if you want to take objectives, you somehow have to take down KP. But he's just spamming his wards, his bananas around the tower. And you can't approach him. Look at Fate Beyond. He's doing like a really good play. He's going all the way through the trees. Look. Yep. I love this. I have to say, I love this. If it works, though.
TI winner, baby. It's not going to work, though. at least for now. He's still going to hang around, but as we see, Venomancer going for the bounty runes instead, so the timing was just a little bit off.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Nice plan from him, but sadly it didn't work.
VT Faded actually destroy, or excuse me, he went for the bounty rune and it was destroyed right in front of him. As over here, Tim's gets found by Skyrat.
Thank you, Soul.
No Mystic Flare even needed right there.
Yeah, that's a solo kill right there, and there's Puck with Invis on the mid lane, but he doesn't want to really go for them right now. But with the will, perhaps he can go for Invoker.
He's gonna go for it. Drink Coil, it's ready. He's not using it yet.
That raindrop helped out 987 logs.
Better not to. Hawk comes out of the bottom lane, and here comes VT Faded. They do catch up to Venomancer. March is there for the Fissure. Gonna try to block with his body as well. The Enchant Totem. And he allows KP to get away. Faith Beyond actually ends up falling as Armel rotates in. He also saw the Wrath in Nature coming through. On top of that.
Yeah. VT Faded does manage to get out, so he can continue farming, but whenever you play versus Morphling and Shaker, you feel like you're on a clock, man. And if you're Ehome, there's a reason why they're diving this tier 1, why they're pressuring TNC so much, because they have to do something. They have to start taking some objectives before Morphling gets online, before he has that Lincoln's, or actually he's going for the Manta Eggs, alright. Still good. Manta Eggs, just get those levels to turn into the Shaker once he has the Chant Totem leveled up.
That's what matters there for TNC strat, and again, you got a hero like Puck, especially with the success that Armel, has had earlier on, can certainly open up that space for the Morphling, and he's going to try to find a kill on a Coddle at the top lane. No, he's just going to push it out instead against Keeper of the Light, but Blink, once that happens for Armel, certainly that much scarier for Ehome to deal with. I was also looking at Invoker. He didn't have anything queued up for a while, and I was like, is he really thinking about going the Midas here? But no, he is going to go the Spirit Vessel build, especially being the Quaswex.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pickup. I'm wondering if we'll see something similar on Venomancer, like a vessel. I see that item, like every time I see Venomancer right now, I see a vessel picked up by him. But then again, I don't see a lot of travels as the first item, so, you know, maybe not really KP's item of choice in this game. We have a smoke from Ehome, Fitbian, and Zinq, they're moving in. You can take down Tims, I guess, but not really the best target.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, okay, I guess we get a kill, but exactly, they didn't want to invest all this time in a smoke just for that. In fact, they're not even going to get that. Tims is a little too slippery there, apparently. Manages to get out, gonna send the treants in to scout the information, and sure enough, will find them. So you see the line being drawn. As mid lane, gonna have a clash here happening. Volker up front, Coddle. Gonna run uphill as well. Will-O-Wisp is ready, so haven't seen it used yet. Certainly could be a play.
EMP on the Venomancer will prevent him from spamming any more Plague Wards, which is pretty decent, but I don't think they'll be able to just pressure this tier 1 any longer. However, the bottom tier 1, VT Faded has used his ultimate, and this should be that tower.
Yeah, they're just gonna give it up. A little surprising for this composition of TNC, but I guess they got a little too distracted.
Yeah, they take him down easily. He tried to basically port in, summon the trees and attack the tower, get some chip damage done, which he did manage to do. He didn't port fast enough after he saw the port coming in, and Roar catches him. So they lose the Furion, and they don't really get a lot out of it. They just get some chip damage on the tier 1.
TNC gonna try to get some revenge maybe at the top lane. As there we go, Morphling jumps in, morphs into Invoker. It's fun seeing that. Throws out the
Sadly,
tornado.
no detection, yeah.
Oh yeah, I assumed that they were gonna have detection, but you figure Armel may be the one to carry it. Not the case here though. And now turn chance? Not really. Missed the tornado himself.
I guess they had some miscommunication there, because Tornado isn't really the spell that you want to use at all, as you have Skyrat coming, so, and Skyrat was hidden in the fog, so if he manages to use that Ancient Seal, Puck is pretty much as good as dead, so Tornado will just mess it up in any way.
50-minute bounty runes. There's a Will-O-Wisp. Earthshaker running uphill, only to die. So that's caught in a trap right there of sorts. Good bounty rune control from Ehome. And they managed to get 3 bounty runes. I believe they're going to get it. There's still one over here on their side.
Yeah, they should get that last one too. 3 bounty runes for Ehome, 15 minutes in. That's a pretty decent win for them, as that should even up the net for it, as TNC is just 1k ahead right now. Not really too much.
Interesting. You see the Tinker wards, by the way, being placed by the dire side, both at the top and the bottom of the map. Oh, top lane. Yeah, speaking of it, Armel, Drinkquil, it connects an Invoker. You saw the damage he took once it snapped with that Veil debuff. Jeez, he got bursted down.
Yeah, very interesting words coming from Ehome, I have to say. I wonder who they're thinking about catching. Most likely it's the Venomancer, right? He hide around and just spam the Plague Wards. So this way you can actually catch him off. Definitely not an easy kill to get though. However, at the same time for TNC, it's pretty simple to get these pickoffs. You have travels on Venomancer, you have this global teleport from Tims, you have teleportation, and that Invoker fell so easily. Once you catch him with something like a puck, he just falls. And Tims is trying to do the same thing on the bottom lane now. Yeah. It's so annoying. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you don't really want to go there to deal with this. These treants, they're just not giving you enough out of killing them, but you have to rescue your tower or let it fall like they're doing right now.
Bottom tower's under attack.
Fun game that Tims is playing. It's a necessary strat though in their mind, and he's gonna spawn more trees here once ready, I'm sure, and try to kill this tower.
Yeah, I just love this. They're having a lot of fun, right, with their strategies, with the way they're drafting, with the way they're playing. They're really enjoying this game, and TNC, I love this team right now, and yeah, they're doing really well.
Tower has fallen.
There you go. Mission accomplished for Tims. Now he can go elsewhere. As they ping it out, but it got to a point where, yeah, it's just not worth it in their mind. Like, all right, just take it. Let's let that be done. That's the case. Yeah, I was looking at top two. Those bottom, they actually just counter-word it down there, but top lane, sure enough, Puck manages to escape.
Yeah, but the whole game plan for TNC right now is just chill, right? Plan the plague wards, chill behind them, farm with Fury on, perhaps creep skip and take some tier 1s with Fury, and that's about it. Wait for the Morphin to come online. And so far, Ehome, they haven't been ready to respond to that. At least not yet. Maybe now, though.
There we go, the Will-O-Wisp is in. That's an illusion right there, as we see, so we'll be fine. March. There's your blocks. ZK wants a tower kill. We'll get it up here. Armel, he lands a drink call on two. Keeper the light. Ends up snapping right there. Puck in to get bursted down by the Skywrath. Oh, the face shift. Armel will barely stay alive. Somehow nobody dies.
Yeah, Tims with that Glimmer Cape helps out Armel there, and he manages to stay alive, even though that's pretty scary. That's an Atos completed on Skywrath. He needs some item to help him against that silence, something like a Newell, which he has queued up already, he's moving towards. He needs that souls as soon as possible now, because this Puck suddenly can't fall to just the Skywrath even.
What is White? That was such a risky play. He is going to actually TP out in time. He's cutting the creep way with the Lumen, then runs into the trees. For him, they were not close enough. The spam pings coming top lane. TNC
it's faded. This isn't where we want to be, boy.
He has no chance of getting out of this one, does he? That's even the Poison Nova going to be active in Echo Slam. They really want to make sure to kill this CK, and understandably so. They take him out.
They take him out, and instantly they go towards the tier 2. However, on the bottom lane, 9-7, he's caught.
What is happening? The core is suddenly getting a little too cocky for Ehome, it feels like. Both pushing lanes by themselves with minimal vision.
Especially because you know that Morphin wasn't top in that kill. He wasn't involved. And you still go and you continue pressuring bottom lane as Invoker. Oh, why?
Trying to run. Hunt down by Armel, though. Armel. Oh.
He has the Hawk vision, so it's easier for him to juke. He had the vision on Armel. Bottom lane Gabi. He was roared down, but yeah.
It's TP. Stun after that, so it doesn't get the kill, but we'll protect these bounty runes at least. And we'll have a split on the bounty rune control, but yeah, you see this Morphling. It's getting closer and closer. Top net worth in the game.
I don't understand the Aghanims on Morphling. Like, why does it give you so much range out of everything else? Like, it's crazy how much range you get on these spells. It's just ridiculous.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah,
the first one,
it's pretty strong. Yeah.
The first time that when they added the Aghs effect to the hero, the one that I saw it initially with, obviously Earthshaker is amazing, but the Dark Willow was crazy.
Oh yeah, I remember. That was so stupid. Like Morphling turning into Dark Willow, Shadow Realm, and it just destroyed people. I remember. It was pretty good.
So it's just like, it's the range, it's the cooldown reductions, obviously pretty absurd about it. It feels like a really, really strong axe in some cases. But
I mean, with Shaker especially, like, he's just going to start turning into him and destroying everyone. It's just a matter of time, pretty much. Mid lane, why? It's just a matter of time. You get... Oh, the Morphling's on your ass. Yeah, he's gone.
He is just about there. He just needs a point booster, I believe. Yeah, there's the other components being delivered. So Axe just around the corner. Chaos Knight, he's gonna get TP'd on. Looks like he's far enough though to survive.
He's got the BKB too, so push comes to shove, he can just BKB TP away. But they, again, Ehome, they need to start making moves. Like in that last game, they had a reason why they were so passive. They had a couple of Midases, right? So they could afford being passive, hiding on the high ground, defending for as long as possible. However, in this game, I don't think that's the case. I think they're already ready to strike, to pounce, and they have to do it before all these items of TNC are completed. And slowly but steadily, they're getting everything they need.
hell? So I'm looking at Venomancer trying to escape right here. Looks like he'll be able to do so. Nice 4-staff away. Sorry, I'm just baffled. I'm looking at the win probability chart. I don't know if my chart's bugged or if it actually has a 63% win chance for the dire side.
For the dire side.
So, yeah, apparently it likes Chaos Knight quite a bit.
Chaos Knight, I think Skyrat plays the major part in that as well, with his silence. I think when you're picking heroes and you see Morphling in a pub, let's say, you see a Morphling and Puck versus you, I think the green line on Skyrat is going to be really high, because there's a high chance you'll win if you pick that hero. Just the advantage is big. The silence is pretty good, however, unfortunately for him, there's a Manta on Morphling and there's a Yules on Puck, so you can't really take them down any longer. And they did smoke up.
Big flash coming, and there is the Will-O-Wisp. Mark's throwing out a fissure, but Tim's also meat ball shortly after, and so does Yershik. They're going to right into Roshan. Perfect transition, but this isn't necessarily a free Roshan. It's Gabby. Oh, he can't finish the job. The Glimmer Cape comes out, and Y will survive for now. And now Gabby's in a bad spot. Three about to be his Armel trying to save his teammate. If anything, he's going to leap away with that new axe. So Gabby going back in. He's man-moding. He's back to full life. Wants to kill Evoker. Oh, he is dead. He should back in, and down goes KP as well. On the Venomancer. Suddenly
right,
four
big probability. There you go. That's why they see the future. They know what's gonna happen. And they force a buyback from the who was it? Venomancer? Yeah, KP.
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean, Morphling's staying dead for 45 though, but I guess they do stall Roshan from happening, but still, that was a hell of a fight for Ehome.
Yeah, definitely very good fight for them, especially for taking down that Morphling, who was really playing with fire. Like Morphling, he jumps in, turns into Morph, but he had no Manta style to work with, so he couldn't shake off the vessel, and they just take him down. Thames barely survives here.
Yeah, so that's Sunstrike.
Now there's some Morphling players that you just can never kill when they have their Aghanims and they can turn into Shaker. But there are some Morphlings that always push it to the limit and get punished for that. And this time around, Gabby definitely did get punished.
Are they going to try to Roshan themselves? Oh, wow. You can see at least checking it out. Morphling is in there with her Shaker. Invoker. He is going to be collapsed off. The double fissure. You cannot get away from it. He's out for 40 more seconds. Does have a buyback on Invoker if they really want to stop this Roshan. Beastmaster nearby. Beastmaster gonna get jumped though. Armel's chasing. Faith Beyond. Teleport coming in for Niche's Prophet as well. There's the buyback from Invoker. By the way, Kano got picked up by Gabby meanwhile. So this is still 4 versus 5 now. Faith Beyond. Up comes a Mystic Flare though. And Puck will fall. Puck buys back immediately. And here's Gabby jumping in the back lines as I'm taking out the Beastmaster. Waveforming for the first damage of the Adaptive Strike and a triple kill for Gabby. Much cleaner this time around. Make it an ultra kill, he says. With the fissure. Give the man a damn rampage. VT faded. He's not getting it, or is he? Oh, Gabby! Is he going? He wants it. Do it. Do it.
He wants it.
He wants it so bad. Go in. One more lead.
It's a fissure now. He's going in. He's going in.
He's going. Range is absurd.
But no rampage.
Yeah, come on, game. We'll call it a rampage.
It took him too much time. Rampage denied. But yeah, that's what we were waiting for. We were waiting for this Morphling to enter God mode. Gabby God mode Morphling right there. Turns into the Shaker, gets plus 1,000,000 damage, hits you and kills you in pretty much 2 hits. Yeah, I feel for Ehome, man. I feel bad for them because this Morphling plus March Shaker are just ridiculously strong at the moment.
His top tower is about to be Radiant's top rubble.
Yep, it is online and it is doing work. Gabby is starting to really take over this game now. Yeah, so he's just gonna chill up here, waiting for somebody to come nearby. Nope, that's somebody's Beastmaster. Faith Beyond. Are you kidding me? I thought it was just one Earthshaker, not 2.
Oh,
That was a good connection there. Glimmer Cave saving her check for now, but now 897 or yeah, 897 on Poker. He has found the dust eventually hits. March dying elsewhere at least, but they're gonna get the kill on Invoker still. So.
I love how they were so bloodthirsty for the Invoker that they didn't give a hell about March. He was dying right next to them, to Necros and one boar. And instead of helping, just killing off the boar and Necros, you know, it takes you a second. They're just chasing for Invoker. They're like, March, this is your time, bro. You know, like you did your part.
They get the top tier 3 tower. Gonna go for more. 2 are dead, not buying back, so why not? Your TNC. There's a Blake now purchased on the actual Earthshaker. KP, Glimmer Cave helping to save him. Glimmer Cave certainly doing a lot of work this game right now. KP just keeps running around in a circle while Gabby is gonna die apparently from the Mystic Flare, but had the Aegis, so we'll come right back up. Waveform out. Not want to risk further.
Yeah, everyone is out on the side of Ehome and you don't have your Shaker there or Puck, so time to retreat. Perhaps go for the Shrine instead of the melee Raxes and live to fight another day. Puck has to be careful on the bottom. Yeah, they do have Silence here. He's fine. It was a difficult kill though. He has Yules to work with too.
Oh, look at Puck. He's actually the one going in. Voids the Mystic Flare though. Great phase shift, and Gabby says, I'm here to clean up, baby. Oh, he found the Beastmaster.
Double kill.
Beyond godlike. 11-1 on this Morphling. Just God mode activate.
I know we've seen this combo so many times now, but it's still just every time I can't help but giggle. It's hilarious almost to watch, especially when it's online.
It's stupid
like this.
strong, right? It's just stupid. Why is this in the game? That's what you want to ask.
That's kind of what I'm saying, yeah.
It's pretty much like why is this possible? It's just so strong. It's crazy. I mean, there are teams that have been able to deal with it. I believe it's TNC that actually won with Morphling Shaker and then won versus Morphling Shaker in the same series. But it's just much easier said than done. It's not easy to deal with this at all.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ability is just absolutely absurd. Deafening Blast won't even connect right there. As he just leaps away.
Radiant's top tower.
And I understand, like, not every player can do this. Gabby certainly has, you know, the fast fingers there and that quick reactions, etc. But it does seem very powerful. But hey, there's bans for a reason. So it's only Ehome to blame in that sense. And there's a jump in kill Invoker. Maybe? No, he's actually going to survive. Just barely.
Yeah, there's bans for a reason. When you're in the first phase, you know, you have to think about banning one of these two heroes just to prevent the combo. When you're drafting in the first stage and they have the second pick, it's not too easy to deal with.
We'll just find another kill as they're controlling bounty runes elsewhere. Yeah, and he's actually queued up the BKB, and he's level 25, by the way, too. Which is kind of crazy as well.
He's just getting kills alone. Like, I'm not surprised he's 25, 30 minutes in. He got him!
Adaptive strikes. That's ridiculous.
They get him.
Slam coming up. They did kill Gabby, so they kill the raid boss, Earthshaker. He's trying to run now, and VT faded. And only mana for so long. Looking to fall back. How about that Orchid pick up by Chaos Knight?
Yeah, that actually did help him take down the Morphling, but he might fall himself here. Yeah, they get him, and he has no buybacks, so the Megas will be claimed by TNC in any second now, I guess. And Morphling, actually, yeah, you're right. Morphling chose to buy back here. He could have done that earlier, but I guess safer play is just to take the Raxes and slowly wait for the Morphling to respawn.
Yeah, it's clearly that caught him off guard, and again, the Orchid on Chaos Knight, not something you expect to see at all, but it's one of those, it's like, alright, well, now we killed the one guy. Turns out that the other heroes on this team are also pretty good, and, you know, pretty good farm on top of it, especially Armel and this Puck. He's second behind that Morphling. He's got the dig on level 3 currently.
Level 5
and he just bought
now.
2 more. Let's make it level 5. He's going to TP right back into the mid lane. as if he was never gone.
Yeah, we were talking about Morphling and how well he's doing right now, but it's partly because of Armel and how well of a laning stage he has had, right? Like, he just created so much space afterwards. He was able to rotate across the map, get kill after kill, while Aghanim's was being purchased by the Morphling. And once that tags is up, once he had the Shaker at a sufficient level, he just turns into pretty much... March is pretty much a walking totem right now. He just walks around and lets this Morphling turn into him, and that's all. That's all he has to do.
He's not here to play the game himself. He's here to play the game, or to help Gabby play his own game.
That's so sad sometimes. The position 5 life is really sad, you know?
Hey,
if you're a Wisp, or if you remember Lich long time ago.
Oh yeah.
When you were eating creeps and shielding your carry, that's a feels bad.
Lich was a very basic hero, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, James goes down. The top lane, and now the hunt is on. Can they catch Faith Beyond? No, yes they can. Green Coil locks him in place as he attempted to TP out. That Glimmer Cape, and they zap him down. Meanwhile, over here, Gabby, he catches Invoker. He's trying to finish him. That Glimmer Cape yet again. Gonna save, though.
Now he's screaming at March. Where is the action?
No, that's Coddle. Will-O-Wisp. He's gonna wait for you in the back, and he kills Invoker. Anyways. However, he's Orchid. Then Morphling. Nice one.
He's fine. He still has Satanic as well to work with right now. VT failed. Did dish out a lot of damage. Did manage to take down March, but...
Well, they're buying back. Ehome does not want it to be so, but I think it's bound to be so at this rate. This would be mega creeps if they clean it up, but apparently not yet. Gabby, gonna morph back into Earthshaker, says, alright, thank you very much, I got my tools now. Drops the Skywrath, he buys back immediately, but Beastmaster, you can't do that. He's dead for 2 minutes. Chaos Knight caught once again, and they're just gonna call the GG. So, TNC going to the winner portion of the playoffs. They get a little bit of a break now. Congratulations to them. Ehome will have to keep fighting here in Group A to see where they place going to the playoffs.
Congratulations to TNC. They definitely played super well today, like in both of these series.